Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to talk about our bed system and how we raise and lower it. When our bed isn't in use, we have it raised to the ceiling, which provides us plenty of seating space beneath it with lighting and table space. When the bed is down, it is a 10-inch foam queen short mattress, which provides us plenty of space for sleeping, lounging, and watching movies on our projector. The bed system itself is supported by an 80/20 aluminum that is attached to the frame of the van. So let's look at how this works. So the first thing that we do when we're ready to take our bed down is we take the table off for a couple reasons. It can be lowered to be the same height as the benches so that it won't be in the way of the bed. However, we put it in between the two benches, and that serves as kind of a support for this being a bed, and it's just a more convenient spot for that. We take the backrests off, at least one of them, before we lower the bed, specifically because when we go to lower the bed, you'll see that it's a tight fit, and we get one of those down so we can get it positioned, and then we put it back. We have these safety hooks that I asked Corey to install because I just worry that the ratchet straps aren't going to be enough to hold it up, even though they are up to 400 pounds a piece, which is plenty for the bed. So once we take the safety hook off on the other side, we will take the safety hook off on this, and that's just, you unscrew it and it lengthens as you do that, and it's just a hook like that. And then Corey will release each of the ratchet straps, and that releases the bed weight, and he supports that as he lowers it. And then he lowers it about halfway down, and then he locks those back in with the ratchet straps. And then we're gonna go to the other side. And you'll see that when the bed it's at an angle when we start, and the reason that we do one side and then the other side about halfway is because, again, we position it in between the two sides, and it can hang freely, but we use the side cushions to keep it from moving around. Back on the inside, Corey's going to repeat that process. He's going to release the ratchet straps, and then we have one that's back in here, and then that allows him to lower the bed down. He'll lower it all the way to where we're gonna keep it. We'll lower it all the way down, and then he'll ratchet it up a little bit with the ratchet straps because we don't have it resting completely on the benches. And then we finish up in the back by lowering this down so it's the same height. One of the nice things about the ratchet straps is if we, by chance, had to sleep at an angle, we could actually use these to keep the bed level. So again, you'll notice that the bed itself isn't sitting directly on the cushions. It's kind of floating above there, supported by these ratchet straps. And then we have one of the side cushions in, and then we will, once we make the bed, which we're getting ready to do, we'll put the other cushion in on this side. Actually, you'll put that in first, won't you? It's easier to make the bed. We'll put the side cushion in to keep the bed. It doesn't really I'll let you push it around. It doesn't swing a whole lot, but it moves a little bit. So we use the cushions to kind of secure it in place. As I stated previously, this is a 10-inch foam queen short mattress. This system allows us to have a nice, comfortable bed without having to have a permanent bed or set up a bed every day. Once we get to the campsite, we just set it up and raise it and lower it. You'll notice that there's lighting above the bed. We have both puck lighting and LED lights, as well as a max fan. So we have everything we need in order to enjoy the bed either up or down. While we're out camping, this is such a cozy space. You'll notice that I have a reading light that is hooked up to the side of the van, and that has a USB charger port to that as well. This is what it looks like at nighttime with just the LED lights. Again, this is a wonderful space. We love being in here. Another use of this space is for our projector where we watch movies. The bed down, you can see our system that we use to keep the bed elevated. That's 80/20 aluminum, and we have that attached to the frame of the van so that the weight is supported by the frame of the van. And we feel that that's secure and that's going to hold the bed into place. And that's the back side and what that looks like. And again, looking up close here, we just have these ratchet straps bolted directly to the 80/20, and that's what supports the weight. And we've got the ends put on an eye hook that's bolted into the frame that we have in the bed. In order to raise the bed, we use the ratchet straps. We'll put the pillows right in the center. We have a piece of a lid. Our Max fan doesn't leak, but in case it does, we want to make sure that we capture the moisture. So we put that on top of the mattress or the bed before we raise it. And then we ratchet it up. And oftentimes we will both be ratcheting. I'll be on one side and Corey will be on the other. And then that way we can raise the bed at the same time. But we'll usually get it about halfway to 3/4 of the way up. And then if he's doing it by himself, he'll switch sides. The one drawback about starting with the back is that it pushes the bed forward and Corey has to lean on it to get it past the countertop. And then again, he'll bring it up, and if we lift this side first, we can get it past the cabinet here without having to push it too much because the angle enables us to do that. So then we'll ratchet it up so that the bottom of the bed is almost flush with the bottom of the cabinet. As I stated earlier, we normally do this together so that we just ratchet it up together at the same time, and it saves quite a bit of time, but for demonstration purposes, Corey is putting this up by himself. And when we feel that we have the bed as high as we want it, and we decide that based on how close we can get it to the ceiling, you'll notice that the edges don't touch, but the mattress above it actually kind of keeps the bed from hitting the side of the wall, and it gives us plenty of space to sit in here and enjoy this area for meals, etc. And then once we've got this ratcheted all the way up, we will put these back on for safety purposes. It just makes me feel better. And that is as simple as connecting this to the top, and then you usually unscrew it to the bottom, but this one needs to be ratcheted up a little further.
No,
and then
I just have to make that because I don't want to squish it anymore.
And then this hooks it up, and it just in case one of the ratchet straps gives away, it supports the weight of the bed for us till we can get that replaced. Thanks for hanging around to the end of the video. If you like it, please hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure to leave us a comment. Do you like the way we set up our beds? Do you think there's a better option? If you like this video, check out our playlist with the rest of our van videos. Thanks for tuning in.